will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
This one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. To his running back, complete. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Swift.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Swift. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. 39 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Lions 7, Eagles 0.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Running right, here's Sanders. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On first down, Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, and they go with Swift again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
And he's got some space here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Lions 14. Eagles nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. Loose football. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the Detroit Lions hit Prater. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Lions 21. Eagles nothing. To kick off for Detroit.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. It brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Space to maneuver at the 40. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a first down throw. Stafford will try and set up the screen to Swift. Shifts by him at the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score Lions 28, Eagles nothing. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. He's going to sling this deep downfield. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. Now it's Stafford. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 37-yard line.
21. A shotgun snap for Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
40 gun! 40 gun! Hey, 22!
Stafford on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
He's out of bounds.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Stafford, they almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And some room to work. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Rager. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Rager, 40 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score Lions 35, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, You can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now he'll let it go deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
40 got.
Throwing is Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Lions just continue to pour it on.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. Hits a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
7-yard line.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his pace. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll fire it deep for Rager. This is caught at the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter play. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions oh so close as they try to finish this one off. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And it'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 5. At the 16-yard line.
Set. 180. Alert.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. First throw now for the backup Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Prater to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And all the way down to the 37.
Desmond Trufant.
A big play there for Philly. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
First down, Eagles.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll fire deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. He'll fire deep for Rager. And it is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll fire deep for Rager, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll throw right away. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. He'll fire deep for Rager. And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change, I like your respect. You're the more than when I get it.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for Rager again. This time he's got him. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Philadelphia.
On first down, Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little